Mackintosh has been able to stay contemporary for probably one quite specific reason, in that although we are a heritage brand steeped in tradition, with traditions dating back to 1823 in terms of the fabric, we have been able to keep our shape very modern, and we've got a very contemporary silhouette. Now, the factory and traditions in the factory have been going on for all the generations, and they're passed on through generation to generation to generation. And the process in terms of making the garments hasn't changed. But what we very much focused on as we moved into the 20th and 21st century is moving the shape, so making it a much more contemporary fit and a modern silhouette to suit the trends of today. I would say that the styles may well be the same as many years ago, so you might have a duffel coat or just a classic trench coat, but what we've done is updated the fit, and that, as we move forward, has enabled us to sort of progress into the more modern world and a more modern market. I think the British manufacturing industry in general is very lucky that we have a market like Japan where they appreciate heritage. They love the history, they love the provenance, and by provenance I mean country of manufacture, the origin of where it comes from. And what we have in the UK is a wonderful textile manufacturing industry, including what we have in Cumbernauld and Nelson, where we make our coats. We are absolutely about made in the UK, and I think that's really helped us in Japan because they believe in the history of the products. And if you read the magazines in Japan and go into a shop and speak with the sales staff, they will always educate you on the products. They're so well educated themselves, and they know all about how a garment is constructed, where the cloth is from, how the process is made. And I think if you have a consumer that buys into that, and with us being a niche heritage brand and with all that history, it's really helped us, and we've been able to develop the brand along those lines. I think it would be arrogant to say that it hadn't affected our business at all. It would be arrogant probably for any business to say that. But at Mackintosh, we're a very niche brand. We're not big, we're not massively global, and we have the ability to be able to go to specific key markets, specific cities in those markets, and just target the key stores. We're not a big global brand that's in every store, in every city, in every market. We choose our customers carefully, and they're very beautiful stores who appreciate beautiful product. And I think the customers that shop in those stores are customers in the upper end of the income bracket, and I think as a result of that, our customers haven't been so affected by the global economic crisis, which has helped us in turn in that, you know, our coats are investment pieces. You know, they will stand the test of time for generations, and I think if you're buying into something that lasts, which people have been moving towards during the crisis, I think we've been very benefited by that. Pity's very important to us. I've been coming here for many years, and if you look at the transition of the show over the last 10 years, I think what you'd see is it's moved away from being a key selling show and more to a marketing show to showcase your brand. Buyers don't come to specifically sit down on the stand. They come to peruse through the range, and they like to do their business in a more relaxed environment in the showroom after. And it's very, very important to showcase your brand at the beginning of the season, so they get a feel for what you're doing, what are the trends, and you know what pieces they might buy into. I think importantly though, as the globe, as the world develops, there's many undeveloped markets that haven't been, you know, fully exploited. And when the buyers from those markets come to a show such as this, they learn about all the brands that are available. And so what we see this show as a key show for is developing an emerging market. For example, South Korea, we've seen a lot of buyers from South Korea here, Hong Kong, China, everyone hears about China, and to a certain extent Russia. So emerging markets would be, you know, a fundamental benefit of this show. So last year we opened our shop on Mount Street, 104 Mount Street in Mayfair in the heart of London. Having a store in such a prestigious area has given huge kudos and impact to our brand, and it's really helped in itself in the PR and the promotion of our brand. The next step is we're opening a store in Tokyo in Aoyama area in June. And we're really looking forward to that, and that will showcase our brand in terms of retail premises over in the Far East. Thereafter, we obviously want to open up more sales points in the best shops around the globe, And yes, we're focusing on new emerging markets which are very important to us, like South Korea, like Hong Kong, like China. But we also mustn't lose track of the key existing markets, who really develop the trends. For example, Italy, the USA, Germany, and also the home market, UK. And we need to focus on those markets as well and really build the understanding of the consumers in those markets towards our brands a bit more as we try to develop ourselves forward.